How's it going, guys? My name is Otterdash, and welcome to Borderlands 4. Recently, non-stop, over and over, I've been seeing reviews on this game pop up, and given the fact that I've already put 32 hours into it, I considered, why not, put my opinion out there, see what people thought. I'm gonna give all of my 30 hours of thoughts in about 6 sections, the best I can, the shortest I can. So let's start off with section 1, where any game starts, its story. The game opens, as always, with Marcus telling us a story about a planet called Kairos. Kairos is a planet completely enslaved by the Timekeeper and his order through the use of control bolts. Bolts that burrow deep into the spine and take over the mind. Pretty soon after that, we see a psycho rip another psycho's bolt out to show that psychos are created in this game through the removal of the bolts, and we get our first introduction to our 4 vault hunters. We have Rafa, the basic soldier type, Harlow, the Gravitar, Amon, the Forge Knight, and Vex, the Siren. The Vault Hunter gets captured by the Timekeeper, put in prison, escapes prison, ends up in the open world of Kairos. It's a good intro, but it's hard to feel like it's not just, hey, wake up. You got caught trying to cross the border again, didn't ya, eh? But since we landed on Kairos, let's talk about Kairos. Is it a good open world? Is it enough? It's decent, but it's gonna need more. There's definitely a lot of stuff to do on the open world map, and everything is definitely very varied, but it feels all kind of far apart. This is mostly evident by the fact that there are no catch-a-ride systems in the game, and the game lets you summon your vehicle at will pretty much wherever you want to, because it knows you're gonna be relying on it solely. Not to mention the desperate lack of fast travel points in the game. It really makes me sad. But the areas are pretty, there's stuff to do, and there's things to kill, so maybe I shouldn't complain too much. With all of the side objectives and side mission options in this game has immense replayability. With that, let's move on to section 2. Gameplay, gunplay, and mechanics. Gameplay-wise, we're back to doing what Borderlands does well. Shoot enemies, loot enemies, kill things, repeat. Your goal is to level up your character and build out your character to the point where you can kill anything in the game. And this game does it well. The new skill trees are entertaining and pretty fun to use, albeit I will say a few of them are pretty unbalanced and probably need some help to be comparative to the rest of them, but overall it does what a Borderlands game is supposed to do pretty well. On to the gunplay then. It's good. It feels responsive, there's a new hit marker system, and it's clearly a new combat system, given that it had to be a new one because of the engine change. But overall, the guns feel responsive, and they have some pretty cool effects. Although I will say, given a Borderlands game, they kind of lack variety. What I mean by that is they heavily doubled down on the weapons part system for this game, and made it all weapons parts, no weapons. Like, playing the game and looking at the named items you get, they're all the same suffixes and prefixes. They're all the same weapon, just with different parts. Not like that wasn't a sin for them in Borderlands 3, but it just feels so heavy in this game when you're getting the same Jacob's shotgun for the 12th time, just because it's the only thing that carries you through the game. So I don't know, take that as you will. When you get the legendary drops, they do feel really good, and maybe there's just more weapon variety that I refuse to use, but that's how it felt in my experience. Now, mechanics wise, they introduced a grapple, a double jump, new class abilities, an ordnance slot, and my favorite part, gun enhancements, along with a few other changes to the UI to overall help gameplay. So the ordnance slot now takes the slot of any grenade launchers, grenades, think along those lines. You get to have them on a cooldown now and get to use them repetitively, but you don't get to use them at will. Now, the gun enhancement slot allows you to run enhancements for specific types of weapons to give them better abilities, and I think this is great. The new traversal options also add a lot to the game's depth, even just running around the map. It helps it be more enjoyable. All of these new options give the game a sense of customizability that Borderlands hasn't had before. If you like build crafting, this is definitely the Borderlands for you. Now, on to section 3 and what is going to be definitely the most negative part of this review. We're talking about it. We're talking about the elephant in the room. It's performance. I play on PC and this game runs terribly. The CEO of this game would like to argue that I either play on a toaster or don't know how to optimize my own games or read the system requirements of this game, but I'm well aware of what they are and it shouldn't run like this. I have a goddamn jet for a PC. This game should run. For those of you that don't know, we swapped to Unreal Engine 5 this game. For what reason? I don't know. I think it's because Fortnite runs everything. Regardless of that, we are playing in a fully, constantly rendered open world on Unreal Engine 5 in a graphic style that has always been unstable since the beginning of time. Mind you, no real render distance settings, no options to fade away, far away areas, nothing. To even be able to play the game, I had to sit in its menus for what I would say is a good hour just optimizing it. That's not to mention the fact that you can't turn shadows off, so every time you load the game, it has to load your shader cache. After loading everything in a few times, I'd say it starts to stabilize a little bit, but not enough. Basically what I'm saying is if you want to play this game and you're on PC, make sure you check the recommended settings and specs. Make sure. Otherwise, you're going to be buying a game you might not even be able to play. And if you're on console, have fun with no FOV slider and constant motion blur. Constant frame drops, constant stuttering, constant lag. You're going to be dealing with it all. In other words, the performance for this game is buns, and I wish you good luck even trying to play it. With that, let's move on to part 4 before I burst a blood vessel talking about the performance. Part 4 is co-op play. Yay, the multiplayer. How is it? I've got bad news. Have you ever played on Borderlands netcode? Because it's the same. The only saving grace about this game's co-op is the fact that you sync your level no matter what world you're in, so you do not need to be on level for the world. You can be whatever level and join your team, join your friends, play with them. Doesn't matter, it'll all sync together. Now, campaign progress and side quest progress should track, but me and my friends have had the experience of it not tracking, so I think the game is broken. Regardless of all that, you get independent loot from your friends, so everybody doesn't have to fight for loot, and the game does scale up the enemy density pretty well for how many people are in the game, however bad your performance may suffer for so. If you want to play this game with your friends, I really recommend you guys wait till it goes on sale, rather than all of you spend an insane amount of money on this game. Which brings us to Chapter 5, the longevity of this game and its end game goal. At the time of recording, I'm almost level 40 and I have a good gauge on where the end game is going, and I'm not sure I like it. UVHM levels seem to be locked behind weekly missions as if this is some sort of weekly login game, and the game's identity feels a little lost and feeling like it wants to be seasonal but not really. We've never really known Gearbox to be a live update game service type of company, and that's not to say that they can't be, but I'm saying they're not doing it well so far. More than all of this, I may just be blind, but I'm not certain where to access True Vault Hunter mode, which is kinda maybe on me, but a little funny that the game wouldn't directly point that out to me. Even further beyond that, once you complete the story once, the game gives you the option to start any other Vault Hunter straight at level 30, and in a weird way that almost feels like it devalues the amount of time you just spent getting to level 30. But at the same time, it promotes playing the other characters for the remainder 20 levels to get them to max level, so maybe you could argue that this is the first Borderlands game that promotes having one of every character. There are also world events, world bosses, and Moxie events weekly, but like I said, this is giving the game almost like an online Diablo feel that this game isn't supposed to have. I'll have to sit with the game for some more time and get further into the end game before I can really cement my feelings about it, but for right now, it feels shifty. So for right now, after 32 hours, here's my take. Borderlands 4 is a fun game. It's a great game when you can get it to work, and that right there is mainly its problem, when you can get it to work. It just has way too many performance issues to be overglared right now and ignored. So do I think it was worth the money that I spent on it? Absolutely not, but I wasn't gonna miss out on this game for the life of me because I've been waiting on it for years. And I hope you can hear the disappointment. So if anything, wait until Randy Pitchford has to buckle on his ego and put the game on sale. Because unless you're a huge fan of Borderlands like he says, this game is probably not for you. And even as a Borderlands fan, I give this shit a good 7 on a good day. Go play Borderlands 2. Thank you, goodbye, it's been Otterdash.